Hello everybody, it's Matt and Ryan here from Team GHQ with this. It is the Nubi Nubatama Show, episode 2. Obviously, Ryan's just flashing obviously his gauntlet because, as we all know...
I actually made just for this clan because it's my favourite.
GBT11 and the Trial Deck have hit.
Today. Well, day of recording.
Well, on day of recording.
So, because we haven't talked about it at all, I've decided, since I'm the Nuba resident here...
He's
and
Dr.
have
Nuba.
been since you could first play the deck with Rainbow Triggers, I thought it would be a good time to go over it.
Yeah.
So what shall we start with?
Let's start with Domination.
What it is.
Domination is an ability to take control of an opponent's rearguard and force it to attack one of their units. So, how it works, Ryan?
5 steps on how it works. First, you select a unit. So when Domination triggers, you select a unit. So any with resist you can't select, and your opponent has to stun that unit, and then you take control of it. Second, if I can read this from that angle, choose an opponent's unit as an attack target. So, unlike Mugin Lord, who says you can only attack Vanguard,
Oberostide.
the grade 3, Nili, and the Trial Deck Stride, and Mugen Tembu, the double R Stride from set 11, those can attack either front row units or back row. So if they've got a pesky starter you want to get rid of, just attack it with their grade 2. And then obviously it goes into a battle step where automatic abilities can trigger. But you would have to pay the cost, so the dominated player will pay the cost. So, for like Time Leap, you could use History Maker. Time Leap one of your units. Why not?
Yeah. Use what's his own skill for your own self.
That's... later we'll talk about that.
Okay.
So then the unit attacks and then the battle ends, end of battle skills trigger. So if they've got like Tidal Assault, you dominate a Tidal Assault, you attack Vanguard with it. Before Domination ends, because it checks at end of a battle, Tidal Assault skill triggers, stand it, it's still able to attack, so it's still dominated. And then it
2 dominated attacks.
Basically, yeah. Even though the second one may not hit the Vanguard. Because of how the check timing works with Domination. If there are no more units that can attack, and there's no more attack targets,
then the Domination will end.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is it, Matt? Basically,
a glorified extra attack. In a nutshell.
Yeah, basically Aquaforce on steroids.
Yeah, can easily be stopped if the opponent damage checks a trigger.
Which it can happen.
That, and if they cross-ride it to a unit. So say if I was playing Maelstrom again, I'd cross-ride it to Glory Maelstrom, 13k.
Yeah. So you stop the Domination of grade 1s from hitting you.
Yeah. Grade 2s could still hit, but they're easily interceptable.
Unless they attack your rear guard first.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. Main thing is the keywords it can use. So obviously we mentioned Time Leap. We can trigger Brave, funnily enough, if we have 3 cards or less in hand on attack Brave skills work.
Dark Device for Mega Colony. Oracle, which is...
The Dark Device is tricky because there's only a couple cards, so like... Cyclic, Sickle, Mutant.
Aristife.
So they're the main 2 I found.
Yeah.
Oracle, Rigid
Crane, of course. Ritual, which is Morfessor.
Which we all saw in the episode.
Yep. Blaze, Apex Dragon Mage, Kimnara, Dragon Dancer, Nilda.
Blazer is actually quite a lot because you've got the
Spy Yell. Yep.
And all that. Which you can
Nadim. And then you've got Burst, which is Enigma and Sirocco. Darkness, which is Brennan Vampire, which is decent.
Darkness is easy to trigger because as long as you say put the crit into soul on your turn or put the draw into soul, Darkness will be activated for the turn.
Which is sweet. Wave, which is of course...
your clan. Aquaforce. Which like we mentioned, Tidal Assault.
Bell Siren, Nicolette, and Tiernite Timos.
So, the main grade 3, Obero.
Calls a unit from the drop zone, allowing you to have a target on-call skill triggers can be used by the original owner of the card, as it's not in a dominated state.
Unless they are must triggers. So against Grand Blue, they can choose. Against Spike Brothers, they can choose to charge or not. So say if they don't want you to get more attacks, they'll charge it. Sure, you get a bit of benefit, but it goes back to their deck.
Yeah.
So this basically gets around Mirage clans. So Pale Moon, Grand Blue, or oddly have no field. Ogre, because it's beginning of your ride phase, can get your unit before you stride, so you've got something to dominate. Just be careful what you pick. Do not pick Cannoneer. Otherwise you will be losing a rear guard. It's like, because I've had the Japanese trial deck for a while, I went against Tai.
Yeah.
And I called his PG, Hopekeeper. Because it's on place,
Yeah.
Brave triggered, giving it 2k. So I basically, when I dominated it, I had a 12k attacker. You have to know what units to pick, and this is why it took so long, because I've been through almost every single clan looking at every single card I can use.
The free domination, of course, when you stride over him, gives the 4k to dominate a unit till end of turn.
So the power boost lasts to end of turn.
Yep.
So basically, if you dominate the front row grade 2, you will not be wanting to attack that unit for that turn, because it'll be sat as a
13k.
13k base.
But if it gets like plus 2k, for whatever reason, you've got a 15k.
Yeah. Well, you can easily make it 16k with starting Madoi.
Yeah.
The only starter you would really want to run for domination.
Yep.
Now,
All
we'll
right.
talk about some of the more intricate interactions, which I find hilarious against the blaster players.
I knew this was coming.
Yes, you did. You can use the blaster restand against them. Granted, it is a bit inconsistent, but you can do it. If you can get a way to get Flogels on the field with a blaster blade, and you use Mugen Lord,
And dominate them both.
yeah.
Have the Flogel attack first, then
Which
the
will
Blaster Blade.
Well, you attack with Flogels first to trigger Furai if you have him on the field,
Yeah.
which is your main way to call, another way to call from drop.
Yeah.
Because Furai, double rare, grade 2, 9k. Soul Blast 1, pick a unit from the drop, they call it to open rear guard. You will
Yeah.
get the Flogels back that way. Or the Blaster Blade, depending on what you need to get. So, when you stride into Mugen Lord, you dominate the Blaster Blade,
And
it becomes 13k,
yeah.
have it attack Vanguard, or that other rear guard to get rid of Intercept.
Yep.
Then you would do Mugen Lord skill after calling a couple of Flogels. So you swing with Flogels first, they're not going to hit Vanguard, but it triggers Furai, so he gains 4k. Then you swing with Blaster Blade, which has just gained another 4k from Mugen Lord. That way he's sitting on what, 17?
Yep. Free 17k
And then because
attacks.
of how domination works, I end the battle skills trigger before the time checking, so
Yeah.
use Flogel skill. It's another crit in their deck, but hopefully you should kill them that turn. You restand a Blaster Blade, it time checks, there's still another dominated unit to attack, so they stay dominated.
Yep.
You swing the Blaster Blade again. You do it again if you got the counter blast.
So essentially, free Blaster Blade
you
attacks that turn
Yeah.
before anything else.
Well, no, 4. The first one would be at their rear guard, then you use Mugen Lord to do 3 Blaster Blade attacks. Because if you have 2 Flogels, or 1 Flogel, then it's 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. So
But that's still 2 or 3 10k guards from their own unit. Before you've even done your battle
this
phase.
is why I'm going to say it now. Nubatama's going to be a presence at Nats.
It may be, but like you say, damage triggers can stop it. Lord can stop it.
Oh yeah.
Now, on effects what require certain vanguards, that's why we have Tenrei for. While Tenrei's on field, GB, your Shiranui Vanguard, it's a grade 1 7k, and your Shiranui Vanguard basically becomes your opponent's Vanguard. It takes the name, clan, race and nations of your opponent's Vanguard.
Oh.
So if you're playing Overlord and you got, what is it, Burning Corn? Is it what gains 3k
Burning,
when you have Overlord Vanguard?
Oh.
There you go.
Let's throw in
If you've given the 4k to that, and
Yeah.
that 3k, that's 7, you're sat on 16, 10k card
Yeah.
from one of their units.
Nah. That's
Now, the other good stride, Magun Tembu. Counterblast 1, unflip, so an act, you unflip it sen, choose a unit, and dominate it. Basically it gains 3k for every face-up unit in your G-zone. So it's a good first try to set up GB2 and to set up Mugen Lord, because the more you got face up with Mugen Lord, the more you can choose, which you can choose your own units. I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but bear with me. But basically, if you stride Mugen Tembo on top of Obero, you can dominate one of their units, have it attack another one of their rear guards, and then use Mugen Tembo skill, you can have it attack even their vanguard or another unit, another rear guard, because Mugen Tembo skill, the one what's dominated by that, at the end of its battle is retired. So say they've got 3 units on field, you can just clear their field. And then you've still got your ordinary attacks at their vanguard. So against Angel Feather, dominate a Broken Heart, swing at the other one, try and get rid of it. And then with Mugen Tembo skill, you can get rid of the one you dominated. So you can stop the Broken Heart interactions, a power boost Nub.
Yep.
Oh wow, clearing field.
But you do realise though, if you do get rid of Broken Heart, even if you if you keep dominating Broken Heart.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, it won't work. Sorry.
It's classed as my unit when it's dominated, so if I attack the Vanguard,
yeah, and it takes a damage,
they will not be able to get Broken Heart skill off because it's my unit at that point.
Apologies.
Now
that would be
weird
stupid.
Ones, water skill.
Oh yeah.
So when it goes back to deck, you can actually use it. So if you Mugen Lord, get History Maker and Water, dominate. Use History Maker to time loop Water.
Yep.
And then Water skill triggered. Because it's still classed as being dominated when it goes into the bind zone, the domination player gets Water skill.
Yep.
It's similar with Melon. So if you dominate a Melon and it attacks Vanguard, it gains its power, and because you are the one dominating it as it goes back to the deck, you get the call from your deck.
Yep, and it actually comes from the Master Rule, the Master Rules, which is, it specifically states, can't remember the actual ruling point, but the master of an ability that triggered the effect.
Yeah, so the person who's in control at the time the effect triggers.
Yeah.
So that would mean same with Hetero Round Dragon. I do not know if anyone will do this, but it may come up. Somebody may Hetero Round Dragon their own unit. So in that respect...
because you're dominating that unit, it is classed as your unit, so Hetero Dragon can work.
So basically, well, because it's sending that unit back to deck, they won't get the call, because even though
you will get the call.
Because you were controlling at that time, you get the call from your deck.
Yeah.
But you still have to shuffle.
Yeah, both players have to shuffle.
Same with Melon. Same with Water.
Both players have to shuffle.
Yeah. Right. Let's go over a couple of the Q&As from...
Dominate, so we're on the official Vanguard webpage.
Once it loads, do you want to talk about it while it's...
just because, I don't know if we've mentioned it in the past, but we now have a website on our Team GHQ page, which I will, of course, leave a description in, along with the Facebook page. So, that's all there. I want to mention a few cards in GBT11 that have really made an impression, one of which is the new Amon Strybreak. Its effect is when he's placed on Vanguard or at the beginning of your ride phase, you may choose 2 of your units with Amon and they both get plus a K for every card in Soul. And then when your unit strides over it, hang on, I'm just going to double check real quick. Just give me 2 ticks, let me get it up.
Come on, Matt, you should have been prepared.
Okay, when your G unit with Amon, its original card name, so AG with Amon, which of course strides, during your turn you may pay the cost, which is a Counter Blast 1. If you do, Soul Charge the same number of times as the number of cards in your Soul. So essentially double the Soul.
Which is really powerful for Amons.
And for 1 Counter Blast.
Yeah. That is really nice.
Yes. So say if you Soul Charge 10 and you go into the double rare stride, you essentially get the 20. So your opponent chooses one of these or her units to retire for that Counter Blast and put a unit with Mon in Soul. then because you've got 21, you essentially choose to their other rear guards to retire. So essentially, you're getting you're getting 3 rear guards retired, and you're getting an extra crit.
Which is always nice.
Yeah.
And that's actually first stride, isn't it?
That can be first stride.
There we go.
That can be first stride.
Anyway, now that it's loaded,
Yep.
one thing to remember, dominated units are counted, so say I dominate one on the right hand side of my opponent's thing. It will become my left side.
Okay.
Yeah. But it does not count as being in the front row nor back row. So any effects what, say like all front row gains 3k or such, does not work. And obviously you can't target resist units. Cards with Lord you cannot use.
Because obviously...
Even with 10 ray on the field, because it won't be counted as part of that clan. So unfortunately, but there are 2 ways to get around. One way to get around it, use Lord cards.
Yeah.
Vanillas can sort of work. Basically, against it you want resist and Lord.
Yeah.
But for choosing attack targets with a dominated unit, you can choose resist units.
Yeah, because they're chosen as an attack target.
Yes.
Not chosen
by a
for
skill.
effect. So, hetero... So, yeah. So, of course...
I'm blinding me, Sen here.
Yeah. Don't know why.
Which I think is quite cool.
Yeah.
Because they're going to annoying resist unit, you can't dominate. Just attack it.
Exactly.
Unit, force them to guard or whatever.
Yep.
What else is there from set 11 we can talk about?
Well, I've mentioned the Amon Stride Rate, which is...
And if we keep on Dark Irregulars, Blade of Mouse.
Oh, Blade of Mouse.
Is it the first actual restand for Dark Irregulars? I believe people were saying.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Because basically it'll send all your triggers from your soul back into your deck. So if you've soul charged loads, like this Amon guy here has planned to,
Hello.
you'll have a really low deck where you do this, but you can almost guarantee all of it will be triggers. So I think in any Dark Irregulars deck it should be a 2-off.
Indeed. 2, maybe even a 4-off, there is a case.
Possibly. It depends on which sort of build you're going for, Shower, Amon or Blade Rings. Because it works for any. That's
especially with the Amon Stride. It works for Blade Wings and Shower as well. While we're on subject of Shower, the triple rare, the new grade 3.
I don't know much about it, carry on. Why you get that up? One card to watch out for, the rare for Dark Irregulars, the Stride Fodder. That is going to be a sought after card. Especially if they don't reprint the set, because obviously Japan sold out really quick, and I bet in all the English ones has probably sold out within a couple of days of release, I'm going to say.
I would essentially agree with that.
And because it's a Stride Fodder, with a plus when it's in soul charged, you basically 3+1, 3 draw when it's soul charged.
Yep.
Which, if it's in a deck and you accidentally soul charge it, hey, you get a draw. Plus you've got ways to get it out of soul and in hand.
Good to decks.
And I can't remember any much else to talk about. I'm not going to go over the Nubatama Trial Deck until I actually unbox it.
Okay, one who scatters sin, shout. When your G unit strikes, you may soul charge 2. If you do, and the number of cards with darkness ability in your soul is 4 or more, your opponent chooses one of his or her rear guards and retires it. Auto, Vanguard rear guard, GB2, darkness. This ability is active if cards have been put into your soul during the turn. When this unit attacks, if the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, it's on the bell, it gets plus 5k, and your opponent cannot call grade 0 cards from hand to Guardian Circle.
So not too bad for a Strider.
Not too bad for a triple rare slot.
Yeah.
But of course, we've talked over the new Shower, we've talked over the Blade of Mouse.
Amon, Blade of Mouse. Amaruda. What do you reckon to that?
Amaruda.
I think with more support, that will become quite viable. Prices at the moment is overhyped, I reckon. Almost £20 for one Amaruda.
We can also talk about the fact that we've seen Dumjid, which obviously in the anime, you know, it's a nullify and also GB.
I don't know why people hate that card though.
I don't need it
It's
because
a flame dragon searchable. Yes, you won't get the counter charge with this PG, but being able to be a 15k shield
on its own,
if it's the last card in your hand,
yes,
then you can still use it.
Yeah, it's not a nullify, but a 15k shield still works. Also, I want to talk about the rare G guard that personally I think is silly.
Okay, go on. I have no idea what this is, but yeah.
Okay, counter blast. Die. Ryan's making me look it all up again.
It's because I only know about the Nuba stuff, okay? Let's be honest here.
You are Mr. Nubi Nubatama.
Yes.
It's the rest of us that have to look stuff up like this. Oh dear. Okay,
Yeah. Talking about our sneak peek, we only had it yesterday, so the Thursday before set released. We were a bit late on ours.
Yep. Here we
It's
go.
actually quite good. We had about 7 turnout in total.
Yeah,
So almost a full
almost full
face,
pod, which is
rare for us sometimes.
yep,
So hopefully we can keep it up going forward.
yep.
And well, the main cards which did us well were Revelation Grade 2 and Grade 1. They were brilliant, weren't they, Matt? You and me can both attest. They were brilliant in the sealed form.
Yeah, they are amazing in sealed format.
Especially with them not being GB restricted.
I forgot
Just
about
call them,
Yep.
check top card. Hopefully you'll check a stand trigger. You know what's
Stand
coming up.
trigger, crit trigger, heal trigger, whichever. Okay, I've got Absalam. Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle during the battle, your Vanguard was attacked by your opponent's Vanguard. You may pay the cost, which is a single Counterblast. If you do, gains plus 10k to a shield for each of your opponent's open rear guard till end of battle. So, if your opponent's only got a Vanguard, that's a 50k shield.
That's basically a no pass.
Exactly, that's a 65k shield.
That's basically a no pass on almost everything.
Exactly.
Apart from probably the Luar GR from set 12.
More than likely.
What else can we say?
We could say X Gallop. D Robo, of course.
Dimensional Police's GBA.
That
They'll have
GBA.
field. So
Yeah,
basically
so
that won't be any
Yeah,
use.
that will be a use.
But it's good against Shadow. Oh, the Phantom Blaster Dragon
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Beast Stride.
Yeah.
Guard Resist. It's good against that. Very good against that as well.
Exactly.
Since they have to retire.
Shield Array for, let's say, Shield Array.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, so many good stuff. I was gotta say, GB11 has been a good set.
It's a solid set. Only thing I don't like is SP packs in a case were only 2. 2 per case.
2 per case.
But the fact now that there's 7 cards per pack, even though there's less
Yeah.
boosters in a box,
But
you're
the
getting
7.
more higher value.
Yeah, the 7. I just gotta say, fair play to Bushro for the 7 per pack system now, because that means there's 7 cards in a pack, so they still hold the value.
In fact, value probably gone up actually.
More than likely.
Packs are more expensive to buy
Yeah.
from the main set.
We could say they've reduced the size, so there's a
Saves
lot.
on packaging, wastage, and save money.
Exactly. So it's a win-win at either side.
Basically, boxes are cheaper to buy, but a case is about the same because you get 20 in a case instead of 16.
So essentially, it's just evened it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's about everything.
Basically, yeah.
Yep. So this has been Matt and Ryan for Nubi Nubatama Show episode 2.
Nubi Nubatama Show. We actually got diverted and talked more about other stuff for once.
With obviously our Nuba Master, this is very difficult. Anyway, but this is Nubi Nubatama Show episode 2. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out our Facebook page, the Team JHQ page, our Twitter at Team JHQ YouTube, and our website, link in the description below. And as always, happy gaming.